Not terrible, specific, but just not delighted. All right. That's us.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Sure.
You good? All right. So, my friend's son, grandson, my friend's grandson, I cut his hair, because Stefan cut his hair since his mom gave him his first little haircut at home, and then he comes here for his. So he told his grandmother to tell me something, and she couldn't remember, but the song for a haircut is, shave and a haircut, 2 bits, like that, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So now it's shave and a haircut, 2 Maggies.
That's cute.
And she said, did you want to say something to Maggie? Did you want to talk to her? Maggie, you told me to tell something to Maggie, and I can't remember it. What did you want me to tell her? And he said, Yoda. He said, just Yoda.
How old is he?
2.
Oh, wow.
2, and he'll be 3 in a couple of months. 1 mid.
Yes, please.
So what's going on with you?
Nothing, very busy. Trying to have a lot more balance than I've ever had right now. So it's been key. I mean, all of a sudden it starts to happen, and I feel like you're like, wow, how is it finally happening? It's because of the foundation work we've been working on for 5 years to get there. And I'm sure something's coming that's gonna hit me, and I'm not gonna see it coming, right? It's always how it works.
Yeah.
There's 3 phases. You're either going into a storm, coming out of a storm, or in the middle of a storm.
Yep.
And but right now, I've been able to balance very well, which is good. Which is really good. So I'll take it. I feel like sometimes I'll take it if it's even one day, right? To have that balance.
Well, I think that to me, that hole that you're going into in the middle of or coming out of. But storms aren't the norm. They're an occurrence in the normal course. But that's not where we live. And so creating those foundational practices that create that balance in the everyday makes it easier to navigate those.
Yes.
You know what for me, your industry, because you're in a construction-based industry, the storm stuff is a lot more common for you in regard to the way that industry runs. It doesn't matter how many times you call dig safe. There could be lines or rocks or whatever in the way.
Yep.
And you're not going to know that till you get there and get in it.
Yep.
And the shift that's happening in your entire practice, it's not particularly a pivot of avoidance. It's just a shift in process. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah. It does.
Okay. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
okay.
I've shifted a lot of our process in general.
Oh, all right.
So it's lining up, and to go into the next phase of things.
Right.
I've just continued. So you know how you start to go into the next phase and feels like it takes forever. Takes forever, and you're like, I'm just never gonna get there. But what I've continued to do is surround myself with things that are in that realm. So, there's 20 things that I surround myself with that might not pan out at all. But that those 20 things, one of the 20 branches might have a branch that offshoots off of that. That keeps me flowing in that direction, and I've just piled it up. So that's what I'm saying. The balance is now moving.
Yeah.
How I want it to move.
It's it's a foundation in motion.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the foundation is solid, then whatever you're moving on top of it, it's like a raft. Like if you build a raft and it's wonky and lumpy, like everything that's on it going down the river is gonna be wonky and lumpy and bumping and like falling down.
Yeah.
But if you take the time and create that solid base for everything to be carried on.
Mm-hmm. And there's also in the process, as a Leo, I've seen that even though I've had the time now to shift it on to the next thing, sometimes I'll say, okay, well, should I go back to the other raft, right? And make sure that everything's okay on that raft. And I'm saying, nope, this is why we created these guys to be able to take care of that, right? And you finally form them. And that's a me issue. It's not a them issue, because they're doing exactly what we've been building on to get it this far. And you got it, and finally they just start to run the ship, which is very nice.
You let them pilot the raft down the river because it's going with the flow, because you have that movement already involved. Like
it only took 23 years to figure out.
It's a blink, man.
Yeah.
It's a literal snap of the fingers. When you...
Yeah. It's funny because, well, I was talking to somebody who's been in business a long time. He was a big businessman in Boston, and I found out later that he wasn't really well liked at all. Very wealthy man, a lot of mistakes, etc. But he was right, and he said, there comes a point in time when you just in your craft you create a boutique, right? And so we don't have to sell 100 jobs anymore. We sell 15 jobs, and those 15 jobs make twice the money that the 100 jobs did, because they have, the project turns into 3 times what it originally was with these clients, because they're wealthy. So there's a lot of
detail-oriented that allows for a better design process, which is great, more artistic.
Yeah.
But you have to command the price that it takes to pay the people for their time to do what they do.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of people that are willing to bang out a job when they could bang out 6 jobs.
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't make sense at first, right? You take a step back. But that's usually how it works anyways, having some faith that it's all going to work out. Saw a good shirt yesterday. It said, trust the process on it. I like that. I've been seeing that a lot more though lately, that people are aware, right?
There's a huge awakening now. It's don't be afraid of, don't be resistant to. I'm listening to Letting Go, The Pathway to Surrender by David Hawkins. And I was listening to a video of this kid today that he was posting about the book, and someone was like, it's not that easy. Like, if you're going to let go of an apple, you just, the instructions would be release grip. Like, release grip of apple. Apple falls to the ground. If that's it, that's how you let go. It's like, this process is not that at all.
Sure.
How do I let go, according to David Hawkins? And it's a process of feeling an emotion without allowing the associated thought process to intervene in releasing it. So, as an example, you're having a discussion with one of your managers, and the manager says something offhand about one of the other employees. And you immediately are disappointed and frustrated because that kind of verbiage is beneath them and they know better. Now, the only thing you can do as their employer is say, hey man, that's inappropriate, and deal with it in whatever HR format you could do.
Yeah.
In here, though, you're angry because one, you were surprised that someone that you had been working with for a long time said something like that.
Yeah.
And two, you can't say what's wrong with you because you're their employer. You
Yep.
have to just allow them to be the way they are and offer HR answers.
Yep.
Right? So typically what happens is we take the emotion that we're feeling, frustration, anger, surprise, whatever it is, and we suppress it. We just don't action it in any way. We don't feel it, we don't think about it, we just stuff it down.
Yeah.
Now, you think that you have handled the situation because you're not feeling with that emotion anymore. The emotion has been put away. But the emotion has been shoved into your spleen or wherever in your body, just an example.
Yep.
So now, whenever you think anything about that particular person, all of those emotions get stuck to it. And so all your thoughts of that person now have that as their basis, or have that wrapped around your interactions. But you don't know that because you handle those emotions, right? Well, no, because you didn't feel them, you just stuffed them down.
Sure.
So you have to access them, feel those emotions, let them process, and then release them.
Yep.
Before you can accept that person just the way they are because they're learning and growing also. Every day, they're changing as a being, and you can't tag your expectations on someone else or their inability to grow as a person or their unwillingness to grow as a person.
Yep. Yes.
So that's what the process is about. It's not easy.
No, not at all. Especially because what happens is you forget where you were 5 years ago in the process. So now when you're in this process and you're like, okay, I've grown, I know better in certain stages, and you hear something that you're like, that just doesn't add up, it's not right. Like I hear somebody say, I think I told you this a year or two ago, I heard somebody say, my biggest fear is changing. And I was like, wow, that's rule number one of the process. But for somebody, that's terrifying, right? And a lot of people, that's terrifying. But that's how it all has to begin.
You have to get your ego out of the way. And the ego hates change. Anything that's going to make it do something different, even if what's going on currently is not optimal in any way. People a lot of people, one of the biggest things that Barbara Stanley Houston said, she wrote Prince Charming Isn't Going to Rescue You or something like that, and Overcoming Under-Earning.
Yep.
You have to overcome that subconscious belief that you don't deserve to earn big money. She thought that she was going to be working extensively and exclusively with women.
Yeah.
Her father was the man. She was like heir to the H&R Block.
Oh wow.
It was her and like 2 siblings or something. Yeah, her father was like one of the H&R Block founders.
That was a good match for your car.
Huh?
That was a good match for your car.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So she married a man who was a gambler. Who was a chronic gambling addict. and he went through their money twice.
Yep.
And so her dad was like, sorry, honey.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
So she divorced her husband, but was left with less than nothing. She was left with his debt.
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
so she had to find her way out of that, and she did.
Yep.
Clawing and scraping and
Yep.
writing and clawing and scraping and writing. And she couldn't understand why she couldn't get past a certain amount. She was good at what she did.
Yep.
She deserved more,
Yep.
but she couldn't figure it out. And so she started talking to high earners. And it's a mindset mostly.
Yep.
But that mindset can't get changed if you have subconscious beliefs that keep you chained to it. And a lot of those subconscious beliefs are tied to emotions from childhood trauma. Or, I mean, even adulthood trauma, but some of that stuff onsets so young that we don't know that it's an emotional based thing because we have repressed the emotion and hidden it so deep in our psyche that we don't know that the subconscious program is based on like an 8-year-old's thought about their failure of a lemonade stand, which was on a holiday weekend
Sure.
that no one was in town.
Sure.
Like, there's no context for the child brain.
Yeah.
But those programs are supposed to light us through the rest of our days on this planet, and we're creating these ideas, and it just makes me crazy. I'm like, oh.
Well, we know we have the ability to persuade the subconscious.
Absolutely.
So that's only formed by habit, which I recently found out takes, and I don't know if this is a fact, but stuff that I've been reading, it takes 66 days to form a habit. So 66 days, I don't know if that's the subconscious mind directly, but if it takes 66 days to form a habit, I mean, think about what you have to do to reprogram any subconscious thought that you have, right? I mean, that's a lot. Can't hang in there. I mean, it's a ton, you know? And that's why a lot of people fail. I mean, look at what goes on in a month. 66 days, it's June 10th. So we were what, April. Think about, where were you in April? Right? You don't even know. But
I was here, cutting hair.
yeah,
right?
sure. That's a habit. So, you know, I'm sure you formed a new habit by then, no? Or no? Yeah?
I'm doing all the same. Like, I'm not even engaged in active change.
Yeah? I've totally formed a new habit
Good.
intentionally. And
What's your new habit?
my new habit is to get to that friggin' gym. You know? It is totally I mean, I've mastered it before, and I've gotten there 2-3 days a week and fallen off, and now I'm there 4 or 5 times a week, every week. And that's just where I gotta go. That's where the mind goes. I would love to get back in the habit of the 3 to 4 times a week of the beach walks. That's I have to pick one though, because I can't have both right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I think
And
we
that's
talked.
another thing that people in general, they pick too much. Like, just pick one thing,
Yep.
change. 66, 70, 80 days, whatever it is, 90 days.
Yep.
90 days to be sure, like make it a 90-day challenge, whatever you want to do. If you want to do something new or different or whatever, 90 days.
Yep, definitely. Love it. Because the thing is both of those things, not only do I know they're good for me health-wise, but both of them mentally, right? And the ideas flow, right? And you can you push yourself to go to new limits when you're at the gym, which I think is great, and it puts you in, you know, it all around does things for you.
Oh,
right?
there's so much beneficial to body movement of any kind.
Yeah.
Organized gym stuff, it gives you a framework
Yep.
to work within consistently. My physical fitness exercise of choice is, you know, yoga asanas. Like I like to do yoga asana flows, the kriyas, like the different body movements, all like on a regular basis. I just finished my yoga teacher training practical portion, so I did all of the classwork and stuff. I took a class last night. I have to do another. I've done a couple online, so I have to check with my instructor to see what qualifies or not. But like, I have to teach 8 more yoga classes.
Yeah.
And so my friend Sue, whose grandson I was talking about when you got here, that'll be another 1 or 2 we'll do with them. And then my sons have volunteered. Yeah, we'll do a class, you know. So my mom and my brother volunteered.
Nice.
So I just have to do 8 more, teach 8 more classes and turn in the notes from those, and take, I think, 6 or 7 classes from other instructors, and turn in the notes from those.
Nice.
You might have to go get laid today. There's only 3 boxes in there. Yeah. We haven't got the new shipment from Boss Beauty though. I'll message and see where that is. So that probably by mid-July.
Nice.
I went to my first restorative yoga class last night.
How was that?
It was extraordinary.
That's awesome.
It was at Little Red Yoga in Lakeville. And you go into a yoga pose, but supported, and hold it. Some people call it yin yoga. It was delightful.
That's great.
Absolutely delightful. The lady who led it is marvelous. Her name's Diana. She's fantastic. They have sound healings and stuff.
Really?
I might schedule one of those. They do a sound bath with a gong, crystal balls. So great. Do you watch comedians?
Yeah, somewhat.
You spend a lot of time on reading, on listening for growth, an improv class sounds a little unhinged, maybe, but it would really help you when you're going to start speaking.
Yeah.
Because that's another 6 to 18 months away. Anywhere in there, because you're going to get a lot of invitations to speak.
Yep.
Hey, how are ya? So there was invitations, to, what did I do? I was listening to, it was, do you have an appointment, Josh?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to be here at 2:30, but I called and it was.
Oh, got in there, my bad.
Yep.
The, like, it's the guy I'm listening to about David Hopkins. When he was a young doctor, because he's a psychiatrist by training.
Yep.
And he was like, I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to give clinical studies because I thought I'd be too boring. But my talks ended up being super boring. It was terrible. And I choked up and I didn't even finish my first presentation. And for years I didn't speak.
Yep.
And then someone was like, why don't you speak? Like, you got to do this. This is your job. And he was like, nah. So he spoke and he was like, I know it's going to be terrible. It's going to be boring. And it was. And he didn't care because he thought about how many other speakers that he saw that were incredibly boring but got the information across. And then he started to like joke about how awful and boring other speakers were and how boring his speeches were, and he got somebody to laugh one day and he was like, oh, everybody hates boring speeches, but everybody sits through boring speeches because they have to sit through boring speeches because not everybody is a professional presenter. That's not a thing. But that Leo thing, right?
Yep.
I would be shocked if your ascendant sign wasn't also Leo or Capricorn or something. Like, you don't have the shy side.
Yep.
I have that, like, serious reservations about being in front of people. Like, this one-on-one thing's fine with me.
Yep.
Small tables, I never minded working with, like, you know, at the higher end restaurants. I didn't mind 2 or 3 people or 6 people even.
Sure.
Any more than that, that's enough for me. Are you reading anything right now?
Yes. Well, I'm actually didn't like the book, so I quit on it. But I'm going back to start some stuff that I want to, like, once a year. I think I was telling you I read Think and Grow Rich. So I think it's time again. You know.
Yeah.
And I just read The Richest Man in Babylon again. So I like to keep crisp on those. Those are always in my my books.
Rotation.
You know? Yep.
Yeah, I need to read The Richest Man in Babylon again. That there's always some nugget that I'm like, how did I not see that before? But it's because my brain wasn't ready for it.
That's why you gotta read it.
Yep.
5, 6, 7 times.
There's a couple of books that I have that are like, honestly, like handbooks. Like, they're constantly being referenced.
Sure.
It's like, oh. And, you know, I got the Yoga Teacher's Toolbox. That's my... It's a binder, and it has cards, and you can take them in and out, and I'll never not have that for a reference. I have an anatomy coloring book that I always have for a reference. How's that?
Great. Thank you very much. Yeah, and the guy who delivers the best speeches through comedy is Steve Harvey. He nails it. I listen to him all the time.
Just about,
Yeah, he's good.
At least a nugget, at least every day.
Well, he talks so much about growth, but he ties it in with comedy too. Just a little bit every time, you know.
You can't help but like relate to some part of his journey. I mean, he works all year long.
Yep.
And he runs to go to his job because he loves it.
Yeah, he's got like 7 gigs going on all the time. Yeah.
He's got a talk show.
Yeah.
He's got Family Feud.
Yeah.
He's got a radio show.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a radio show.
Yeah,
like,
that's been going on a long time.
Like 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it all over us.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good to see you as usual.